Okay, guys, this video is to show your Trump supporting friends. You know, those crazy ones who believe like there was election fraud in 2020 election? Well, we're going to prove to them. You can actually do this yourself with an Excel file. Prove to them that they're completely insane. Okay, so I'm just going to download all the information from one of these counties. Now, your Trump supporting friends think there's a mathematical correlation between registered voters and ballots voter. You know, your Trump supporters, those complete intellectual Luddites, wouldn't even bother to check it themselves. So we're going to check it for them on this video, and you can do it yourself. You can show your crazy Trump supporting friends how to do it. So first you go to one of these counties in Ohio, which you just search for it in the internet. Very difficult to find these now. Like Ohio's still got it, but a lot of the others have removed them. I'm not sure why. But anyway, we'll download the data from Summit County. So this gives you all registered voters from that county and who cast ballots. Okay, and your Trump supporting crazy friends believes there's a mathematical formula that connects the two. So we're going to prove them wrong. Anyway, this is uploading the text file into Excel. Here we go. And this is all our data. So we just want date of birth and whether they voted in the 2020 election. So that involves a bit of cleaning up all this junk. Here we go. X determines who voted in the election. We need to first find out their age. So that uses this fancy little first we've got to put in the date of the election so you can work out how old they are then. So we'll do that quickly. I'll just speed that up in Final Cut Pro. Okay, now we work out the age using this fancy date diff function in Excel, which compares the date of birth to the date of the election, and that will give us the age of everyone who voted, well, everyone who was registered, not necessarily voted. Obviously, we're trying to find, we're going to prove those Trump crazy supporters wrong by showing them that there's no mathematical correlation whatsoever between your ballots cast and your registered voters, like there shouldn't be. Anyway, there's about 367,000 odd voters in Summit County. Okay, so here we go. We just got to put in the age groups that we want to look at, so somewhere 16 to 100 or so, and then work out how many people in that we worked out in those registered voters are in each single age group. So this uses a count if function, which you can show your Trump supporters how to use, Trump supporting friends. They probably haven't even heard of Excel, more or less used it. Anyway, you can show them how to use it. It's pretty straightforward stuff, really. Okay, so we get the whole D column and put it into the criteria, which is E2, so the age, and then we work out the number of registered voters in Summit County who voted. There we go. And next thing we want to do is work out how many of them actually voted, because your crazy Trump supporting friends, like I said, think there's a mathematical correlation, which clearly there shouldn't be, and they probably haven't checked it themselves. So anyway, we'll copy all this data from Summit, put it in my new tab, which is ballots cast, and we basically do the same thing. I'll speed it up a little bit, so work out the ages. Actually, first thing we've got to do is get rid of all the blanks. So that's the people who haven't voted. Okay, so we'll select them and then we'll delete those people. So you need quite a fast computer to do this quickly, otherwise you have to wait a little bit. Okay, so age, like before, we use that date diff function. I'm just going to forward things a little bit now. Just to get, yeah, there we go, number of ballots cast in each age group, so 16 to 100 or so. We'll copy that and paste it into the Summit tab as a value, and then we'll graph these together. There should be very minimal relationship, just roughly. Obviously, there'd be some sort of relationship, but it shouldn't be like have the same peaks and troughs and stuff. So we'll just we'll graph that and see what it looks like. You can show this to your crazy Trump supporting friends, like I said. Okay. Well, that's just a bit embarrassing. Okay, well, this is the 2010 census. Let's go to another topic. See these peaks here? It's a bit strange that those peaks in the census are replicated. So that's the whole of the US. They seem to be replicated in, I've heard of that. Your crazy Trump supporting friend says that's in every county. Now, that really shouldn't be because, yeah, it's more common, but it shouldn't be in every county that you get those peaks. That's pretty strange. And look at all those peaks and troughs. They seem to match quite well. I'm sure it's just Summit County. Obviously, some of the counties are going to be like this. Um, okay, so I guess the next thing to do, gee, they're so close, aren't they? Maybe in the left part they sort of diverge a little bit. Okay, let's look at this a bit more closely. So we'll get a percentage difference between the ballots cast and the registered voters. Just to make it a bit more mathematical, see if there's a curved line, which there really shouldn't be. Okay, let's insert a line chart again. Okay, okay. Well, that's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be a bit. Gee, that looks like a mathematical curve, doesn't it? Okay, well, I've done one for Stark County, so we'll just compare it to Stark County. So you just see on the left percentage difference there. So these shouldn't be the same at all. That would suggest that they've used the same mathematical formula to work out ballots cast from registered voters. So let's have a look. They shouldn't be the same. Should be really well. Quite okay. Well, that's not good. Um, uh, well, maybe not show this to your crazy Luddite Trump supporter friends because this clearly is a random accident. That's never going to happen. I just want you guys just to check other counties, like counties we've got over more than 200,000 people are probably a good idea to compare against these two counties. I'm sure it's just a random error. Please let me know if the line keeps on following like that. Okay, well, that doesn't quite prove very much at all, other than there might be a mathematical formula um, between these two things. I gotta go.